So what happens when the end of the world is your playground? And hope is just a four-letter word. MÖRK BORG promises chaos, despair, and maybe a few laughs along the way. Is it for you? Let's review. Hi, hello, I'm Turk, and welcome back to the Grouch Couch, where we explore TTRPGs and supplements to help you figure out if they're a right fit for your table or if they'll just sit on a shelf gathering dust. Today, we're diving headfirst into the grim, apocalyptic nightmare that is MÖRK BORG. We even played this one a while back in a 3-part actual play series, so you can check out our experience firsthand, card wherever. So what is it? MÖRK BORG is actually Swedish for Dark Fort, and this book is a rules-light, doom-soaked tabletop RPG that oozes style and despair. It was published by Free League Publishing, created by Peel Nielsen and Johan Noor. It dropped back in 2020, and it took the indie TTRPG world by storm. This game comes in a digest-sized 88-page hardcover that retails for around $35, or you can grab the PDF online for about $15. Of course, use our drive-through RPG link down in description if you want to help support the show. But if you're into dark fantasy, nihilistic themes, or just want to embrace the chaos, MÖRK BORG has a reputation for delivering. So now let's talk about the outside. Physically, MÖRK BORG is a showstopper. The book is digest-sized, about 6 inches by 8.5 inches, and its bold, zine-inspired design will make it stand out on any shelf. I mean, even on mine. Full of books, I put it there. You can see it. You know that it's there. It features over-the-top art that's dark, psychedelic, and chaotic. I mean, imagine if a heavy metal album cover or a cursed grimoire had a baby. It uses multiple different kinds of paper textures, even gold and silver foil, and has a chaotic layout with text running at different angles and margins, and even some of it is upside down. The art is by Johan Noor, and it's both a blessing and a curse. I mean, it's stunning, but it kind of makes navigating the book like solving a puzzle almost. Now we can talk about the inside. So what's included? Of course, the compact book is dense with content. The setting here is a dying world split into 7 bleak regions, all oozing despair and hopelessness, of course. The details are light and more evocative than descriptive, and they're designed to inspire your own apocalyptic nightmare. The rules on the inside, we're going to give you a little bit just to help you decide if it is for you. They are minimalist and fast-paced with 4 stats. You've got strength, agility, toughness, and presence, and a simple D20 based resolution system. Player facing roles cover both attack and defense here. But when it comes to magic in this world, scrolls actually replace traditional spellcasting. There are 20 spells, I think, included, 10 sacred and 10 unclean, but using them risks catastrophic failures. Shout out to our actual play. But they do include things like fun, you can explode into goo or summon something far worse than what you're actually facing at the time. There is a bestiary in here. It's kind of nice. There's a dozen horrifying creatures and rules for creating your own nightmares. There are a lot of random tables, tons of tables for loot and NPCs and random events, including occult treasures, arcane catastrophes, and there are some dungeon building tools. There is a mini dungeon in this first book, a quick start adventure with 15 encounters and a map perfect for jumping in right away. But what I should also say is there are a lot of expansions. People have posted a lot of stuff on this book, so if you get just the base book, you learn how to play. There's so much other stuff you can get for this system. I mean, it is limitless what you can get, the homebrew stuff and even the official stuff you can get for this book. Now, character creation is brutal and also kind of random. You roll your stats and kind of just accept your fate, and I love this bit of the system. I think one of our characters started with like 2 HP or something. Anyways, after that, you pick some gear and maybe grab a scroll if you're lucky, or you pick the right class. The book includes 6 optional classes like Gutterborn Scum, which is a thief, a Esoteric Hermit, which is a spellcaster. There's also a luck mechanic in this game called Omens that lets you tweak rolls and avoid death temporarily, just to keep that in mind. Now, gameplay here is quick. I mean, combat is quick and deadly. You roll a d20 against the difficulty rating. The default, of course, is 12 for attacks and defense. Armor reduces damage instead of increasing your defense, and heavy armor can actually make you just easier to hit, but restoring HP requires resources, so keeping track of food, water, and healing kits is kind of essential in this game, just so you know. All right, quickly, let's talk about the good stuff. Here's where MÖRK BORG excels. It's got style and atmosphere. Its visual, thematic masterpiece that it is dripping with personality and doom. And that's why I think it got like rated the #1 like put together book of the year back in 2020. But the book itself just feels like an artifact from the world itself, and it deserves all the rewards that it has been given. Now, the simplicity of the game, the rules light, doesn't mean bland here. It actually kind of means that it's easy to grasp, making it perfect for that fast, brutal campaigns, right? The world and the system, itself is hard to grasp. So if the rules were also hard to grasp, then that's a whole thing. But it's not. It's fun. It's good. Whatever. Now, it has tables for days. I'm talking the random tables are a GM's dream, providing endless inspiration for encounters, treasures, and horrors, you name it. Now we're talking creative magic. These scrolls that you can make, the arcane catastrophes, they can add unpredictability and tension to every single different spell cast. It really makes spellcasting in this world fun and interesting. Now, there is community content. Like I said before, the fan community is passionate and prolific, offering free modules and character sheets and all different kinds of tools on the official website for this guy. It's dope, honestly. Now we gotta talk about the bad stuff, okay? Because even the apocalypse has its downsides. The layout is a little bit of overkill, all right? There is a chaotic design here that might make it hard to find rules or reference information on the fly during play. So I would suggest that you get yourself one of the handy dandy reference guides. I think you can get them for free on their website. I have one. We used it for sure. All right, now the bare bone edition is just a must for functionality, even though, all right? So it's kind of that. And lastly, the swingy kind of mechanics here. The D20 system and player-facing roles can lead to streaks of bad luck, which could frustrate many different kinds of players, all right? And it kind of does have like a lack of depth. The minimalistic mechanics might leave some players who want more guidance feeling unsatisfied. All right, and there is some bleak themes, and not everyone likes the doom and gloom, but if you don't, why you here, why you watching this video? This book is doom and gloom. Move on. Now let's answer the question, is it for you? That's why we're here. That's why we do these reviews. Yes, if you love rules light systems and grim dark settings. Yes, if you're a fan of old school RPGs and random tables. Yes, if you appreciate games that are just as much about storytelling as they are mechanics. And yes, if you want to have and hold an artifact that has been made amazingly from Sweden. It's awesome. But no, if you prefer balanced mechanics and more guidance. No, if you're not a fan of heavy metal aesthetics or bleak narratives. And also, obviously, no, if you find weird layouts frustrating, okay? And no, if you want a game with more deeper character progression. This game's about survival, not progression, all right? MÖRK BORG is a game like no other. It's chaotic, brutal, and utterly unique. It's a perfect match for groups who want to embrace the end of the world with open arms and probably die trying. If you're ready to dive into the world of gloom and doom and despair, then this could just be the TTRPG for you. But that's it for today's review, baby. Have you played MÖRK BORG before? Let me know what your thoughts are down there in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe and do all the things to help support the show. And of course, hit the bell for more TTRPG reviews. Look, we do all kinds of reviews, actual plays, let's plays, whatever. Nerdy content here on the couch. That's what we do. So you, my friend, should take a seat on the couch and roll initiative. I have been Turk. Thanks for watching.